Imagine your favorite Tekken character in My Hero Academia or any kind of superhero anime or show. Well, that's what I'm about to do today. I'm gonna take Jin Kazama, Ling Xiaoyu, and Hurong and make them their own pro hero designs. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, the cynics will only become louder and more dissonant. Hey, yo! Really thought I fell in love.
So, welcome to the channel. This is your boy Lycoon Arts, and today we're going to be drawing the Tekken characters, Jin Kazama, Ling Xiaoyu, and Hurong as superheroes. Basically in the My Hero style. Well, in my style, not in their style, but it's based off of that. We're going to be starting off drawing Jin Kazama first. He's actually a main in Tekken, and I've been playing him ever since like Tekken 3. Now casually, because I'm trying to put my other focus into different things since I don't really game too often, and I'm a little behind in My Hero, like very behind. I really need to catch up. On the side of that, I thought I would give Jin kind of like a Kamen Rider look or so Power Ranger for his hero suit, and I wanted to play on his electricity. So the hero name I was gonna give him, I think, was gonna be like Omen Rider, based off one of his move sets or his stance, which is the Omen stance. I didn't want to do anything generic where I made him lightning rod. I don't know, something. Yeah. So I decided to go with Almond Rider for his hero name, and his quirk be something lightning based. Um, that I don't know. I'm just really going along with designing and creating a nice little pose for him. The quirk part takes a little bit more thought to it, but I wanted to have fun with this. I also wanted to make it dynamic as possible, just so this looks like it's straight out of an anime or a scene. And pretty much because I like to challenge myself, I really like doing a lot of perspective drawings or dynamic poses, and I think that attracts a lot of people too. Aside from just doing the normal, I guess, like portraiture pose or just like your standard standing pose and all, I think a lot of artists should try that if they want to gain more attention whenever it comes down to like just like drawing or wanting to get more viewers. I think that also adds to it, that pushes it a little bit more. That, yeah, I did something a little weird where I wanted to make the jacket and the, I would say, collar kind of attached to the suit itself, with part of the collar having like a little, I would say, scarf or kind of like capers design that all attached together. I also decided to give Jin his mask. That was somewhat a callback to his Devil Jin form, but not exactly, I would say, looking that way, because again, I want him to kind of look like a straight up hero. So it kind of plays on that, but not too on the nose. You wouldn't be able to tell firsthand. But I do give his, I would say, gauntlets or gloves almost the devil's form look, basically. Colors, I wanted to at least keep red, black, and white, but I decided to just go mainly for white and red with some red accents. I think that fits perfectly, and it actually matches his Tekken 8 design a little bit. For the background, I really didn't know what to do with it. I kind of was going for the typical like I would say, concrete floor look, but something a little bit simple. And you know, I had to make sure that I add the lightning effect. I love doing elemental effects, so I had to add the Jin. And that for you is Omen Rider Jin. I really like how it turned out, especially just the design. I could see this in like an alternate costume for Tekken 8's Jin. But yeah, I really like how this came out. Moving on to the next one. Next up, we have the homeboy Harong. So, with Hurong, we don't really have a Tekken 8 announcement yet for him. So, I didn't really have a straightforward design for him that I can go off of. But I wanted to call back to one of his outfits that were kind of like, I would say, soldier like almost, or combative rebel type. So, I was going to go for that. And in the first design, I was actually kind of struggling with just the poses and how I want to do it, because I definitely wanted to push that dynamic kick pose like figure, but I was just constantly not figuring out how I wanted it to look. I went with something I had liked at first, but it still was missing something, and it still felt flat and just stale to me. So I had to redo it, and I liked how I envisioned it at first, but couldn't pull it off. So now I was able to do it. Now for the design, I had to keep his eye patch somehow. I wanted to do something crazy where I had added like kind of like a half mask type thing, but it wasn't really working out from the first one. And I just decided to go with kind of like a different type of eye patch where it matched the sun design that he had, and used that. And for the suit, compared to Jen, I was kind of struggling with how I wanted him to look actually, because I wanted, like I said, I wanted to give that, like, I wouldn't say military look, but more of that rebelish kind of armored biker look, maybe, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I think that would suit him more than the Kamen Rider look, or not. The Kamen Rider look could also fit him too as well, but I did want to show off, like, you know, the arm part of it. For the colors, I wanted to go with teal and orange, almost to match his original look from Tekken 7. Well, the coat was actually blue, wasn't really teal, but I kind of just put, steered my own direction a little bit to the left, but it still came off. I'm still fine with the colors, honestly. Background, I made sure to give him that anime looking sky, and I really like what I did clouds. I usually don't like how I do clouds, but I'm pretty much killed it. I'm not even gonna lie. Made sure I gave a little city scenery, and I think this one popped off too as well with the flames. I really like how I did the flames as well. And we have the high flying kick. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, so it's quirk and hero name. I think his hero name was going to be Tyflow, and he can create flames from his feet. Yeah, I'm not really good with coming up with quirks, but at least I'm good with drawing. So on to the next one. So next up we have Ling Xiao Yu. Now, unlike Harong, she actually hasn't announced for Tekken 8. So it was a little easier for me to come up with a design for a hero costume. and I heavily based it her new design. I thought I'd go with the cute little pose where she's flying up in the sky and reaching. Just something to match her personality. I wanted to keep her costume simple as well. I didn't want to go too crazy, but I also wanted to add a little bit of elements to Lotus's. Because for this one, I was gonna have her hero name be Lotus Bomb, and her quoke quirk was going to be where she's able to control different types of flowers, mainly lotuses, and can float and levitate with them, and are able to even use them as like weapons or can cause concussive explosions with these lotuses. She can even conjure them. She can even touch lotuses and revive them if one is dead, or she can summon some. She can only summon a few at a time, basically. And yeah, that was kind of like the thought process in my head. So I added a little bit of like petal designs to her outfit. I even had like her own little symbol in the chest area. And to match what she had in Tekken 8, I decided to use black, yellow, and I think a little bit of orange. Just a little bit of it. I think in her little accessory on her pigtails, I think I used a little bit orange there. So everything is pretty much good. She's actually the fastest I got done with. Jin a close second, and Harong being the longest I did. And I say this because the background, I was struggling to how I wanted the background to look. But I had at first liked the way it had turned out, but it was like blurry, and plus it felt like I was too far away from the ground. So I decided to have it where it was a little bit up close, where you would see parts of the buildings as it kind of like folds into the atmosphere, basically. So I think I pulled that off a little bit better the second time when I did. But other than that, I really like how she turned out. I really like the poses. I really like the expression I gave her. Definitely loving the lights from the energy of lotuses, and I also like the rim lights that I've put on her. So yes, all three Tekken characters done in my style as pro heroes. I know the style doesn't look anything close to Myheroacademia, but I was really just going with my own style and giving them their own little costumes, and I think they came out very well. What do y'all guys think? Just let me know in the comment section. Can't wait to do the next video, and looking forward to it. See you.